In this installment, we're going to be going over the NBA bets for Thursday, March 27th. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our March 27th NBA slate we got going on. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at @ChefD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91, and don't forget about that Patreon. Right now at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 9.75 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 10K, and we're well on our way because you guys are showing up each and every single day. Continue to like and comment. That helps the YouTube algorithm so we grow to a much broader audience. All right. So now for the Patreon, we had one main play that cashed. The games are still going on right now, but our number one top play was the LA Clippers to come through, and they beat the New York Knicks by 126. I told everyone to take the Clippers by 2.5. You could have took it by -5.5. That's what it closed at, and they really turned it on in that second half. I told you, I warned you about the New York Knicks on back-to-back. They're just literally the worst team in the league on no rest. All right. So if you want to get these winning plays, get ready for March Madness because it's going to be tomorrow, starting up yet again, starting with the Sweet 16. Click on that link provided down below. You're getting full access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. I'm so excited to announce I have partnered with BetStamp and SIGNUP Expert to provide you guys with an easier way to sign up with any sportsbook in your area. If you go to the link in the description down below, you will be directed to this page you see here. It automatically displays all available sportsbooks in your area plus their current promotions. For example, you could take the plays given in this video and apply it to any other sportsbooks you don't currently have and reap the rewards. Now let's get into the slate. In Rocket Arena, here we have the Cleveland Cavaliers 58-14 going against the San Antonio Spurs 31-40. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here, Cavaliers huge favorites -900 with the comeback of the Spurs at a +600. Point spread at a 13.5. And total points at 239.5. Public bet percentage here, 95% of the bets, 89% of the money all over Cleveland. No information right now on that point spread, but for the total points, 57% of the bets, 82% of the money towards the over 239.5. Public seems to be towards the under, and then the sharps are really on the over hard on this one. Looking at the current injury report here, checking in with the San Antonio Spurs, Charles Bassey is out, De'Aaron Fox is out for the year, Victor Wembanyama is out for the year, and Riley Minix is out for the year. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, there's Ty Jerome, game time decision, Jalen Tyson is out, Evan Mobley's out, and Amani Bates is out as well. All right, these two teams, one team is finally trending in the right direction. Cavaliers, after their long winning streak, went on a long losing streak, 4 games, and then they got back to their winning ways against Utah and against Portland, and now they're coming back home. San Antonio has been on this road trip, and they've had some solid wins, winning 3 out of the last 5 games, beating New York, Philly, and Toronto. All right, but looking at this spot here, looking at the total of 239.5. The interesting point here is they have not gone over this total in the last 6 games. So there's a reason why they posted this number immediately to 239. This is a very high total, and this is probably a spot where the Cavs get going, all right, offensively after this long rut that they've had, losing to the Clippers, losing to to Sacramento, losing to Phoenix. All right, they've turned it around. They put 122 on Portland and 120 against Utah. I think they're going to have a field day against the San Antonio Spurs defense in this first meetup so far this year. So give me the Cleveland Cavaliers on the over 239.5. I think they put up a huge number, or you could take the team total over. And then I like the Cavaliers to cover this number. I'm going to always post the 9.5, all right, just to be safe. Buy down some points. no matter what, I think the Cavaliers win by double digits. All right, those are going to be our selections for this one. In Capital One Arena here, we have the Washington Wizards 16-56 going against the Indiana Pacers 42-30. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here, we have the Pacers as minus 550 on the money line with the comeback of the Wizards at a plus 400. Point spread all the way at 11.5, and total points here at 236.5. Public bet percentage here, 94% of the bets on the side of Indiana. But we have 58% of the money on Indiana here. A lot of the sharps are coming in on Washington on the money line at that plus 400. Maybe they just want to take a stab at that number. That's very odd to see that one there. Point spread, no data as of right now. For the total points, 64% of the bets, which is the public, going towards the over. But 92% of the money here, sharps are all over the under here in this particular game, and I'll tell you the reason why. Looking at the injury report here for both of these teams, Pacers, Isaiah Jackson's going to be out for the game, out for the season. And Washington Wizards here, Malcolm Brogdon's out, Marcus Smart's out, Chris Middleton's out, Keyshawn George is out, and Sadiq Bey is out as well. Now, the reason why that this total here, sharps are coming in heavily on this under, is because this is the second game of a back-to-back for both teams here. All right, both teams are coming off a second game back-to-back, and they played frequently in the past 6 days. All right, they have 4 games in 6 days, and that's going to be 5 games in about 6 days here, or 5 games in about 7 days technically, and this could be one of those tired spots. All right, if we're looking at the March 20th, they got 4 games in plus this 5th one, so we're talking about 5 games in around 7 days here. These are going to be some tired legs in this spot, and I do agree with the under 236.5 on the total. All right, for the cover here, both of these teams here on no rest are bottom of the league. They're both below 500, but this is the Washington Wizards here. And I think the Pacers, after that heartbreaking loss to the Lakers, they're going to be able to cover this number as well. So give me the Pacers to cover the 11.5. I'm going to post the 9.5 as usual, and then give me the under 236.5 on the total. There's just too many games in just short a period of time here, and I think the total is going to be a little bit less, but the Pacers do cover the number. In Kaseya Center here, we have the Miami Heat 31-41 going up against the Atlanta Hawks 35-37. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here, Heat are home favorites here, minus 120, with the comeback of the Hawks at a plus 100. Point spread at a 1.5, so this is pretty much a pick 'em in this game, and the total points at 227.5. Public bet percentage here, 68% of the bets, 79% of the money, very heavily on the side of Miami at home. All right, so public and sharps are on Miami. I could probably imagine that the point spread is very similar, but no data on the point spread or total points as of right now. All right, for the injury report for both of these teams, kicking things off with the Hawks, Larry Nance is out for the year. Keaton Wallace is out. Trae Young's a game-time decision. He's been a game-time decision every game, and after the All-Star break, Jacob Toppin is a game-time decision, and Clint Capella is out. For the Miami Heat, we're waiting on game-time decision on Alec Burks. Duncan Robinson, game-time decision. Nikola Jovic is out, and then Drew Smith is out for the year. All right, both of these teams have been Hawks have been playing better basketball here, winning 3 out of their last 5 games, and one of those wins were against the Golden State Warriors. They happened to face a Houston Rockets team that's been on fire, and they lost to them. For the Miami Heat, they were struggling mightily in one of the longest losing streaks under Eric Spoelstra in his whole entire tenure, and they were able to beat the Charlotte Hornets, and they got up and ready against their former star in Jimmy Butler. I think that took a lot for them to get that win there, and I think they're going to be a little bit of a slow spot here. I like how the Hawks have been playing, period. All right, despite the fact all the losses they got, the acquisition of Karis LeVert has helped the team, and Trae Young is just on another level. Risa Share has been playing phenomenal basketball, and Dyson Daniels has been very solid as well. So give me the Hawks as underdogs here. I like the plus 1.5 on the point spread. For this current total, I'm going to lean towards the over 227.5. If we're looking at the last 6 matchups here, they've they've gone over this total in 4 out of the last 6 games. So I like a high up tempo pace here. Hawks a very efficient offense here, and they've been dominating this meeting here for quite a while now. And this season, they've won 2 out of the last 3 games against the Heat as well. So across the board, Hawks plus 1.5 and the over 227.5. In the United Center here, we have the Chicago Bulls 32-40 going up against the LA Lakers 44-28. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here, Lakers minus 165 on the road with the comeback of the Bulls at a plus 135. Point spread at a 3.5. Total points at 239.5. Public bet percentage here, 74% of the bets, 75% of the money all over the Lakers. For the point spread, 71% of the bets, 82% of the money on the Lakers to cover. And for the total points, 71% of the bets. But we have 55% of the money towards the over 239.5. Sharps are coming in on the under of 239.5. Very sharp by the Sharps in that one, might I say. Looking at the injury report here for these two teams, Maxi Kleber is the only guy out for the Lakers. For the Bulls, we have Josh Giddey, game time decision, Nikola Vucevic, game time decision, Kobe White, game time decision, Lonzo Ball, game time decision, and Jameer Young, game time decision. All right. These two teams here, Bulls are red hot right now, winning 4 out of the last 5 games and just beating the Lakers a few days ago. And then the Lakers are trying to get back on the right track here with LeBron back from his injury with his groin. All right. So in this matchup here, this one is pretty clear to me. Look at that score we saw on March 22nd. 146-115. The Lakers were just trying to get back to full strength their first game back with LeBron. They took full advantage of that. This is a redemption game here, and give me JJ Redick to have the remedy here in the game plan to really lock down the Chicago Bulls, okay? In this second game in 3 days. So give me the LA Lakers here in this spot on the money line to cover this number as well. And I love the under. Also, to go with this, against the spread with no rest, the Lakers are 7-4. That's a 64% hit rate. All right. So that's the reason why we're going with the Lakers as well. No rest. They've been phenomenal this year. Lakers money line, Lakers to cover under 239.5. I think the Lakers shut down the Bulls. You get the complete opposite of what you saw a couple days ago. In Paycom Center here, we have the OKC Thunder 60-12 going against the Memphis Grizzlies 44-28. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here, we have the Thunder as home favorites minus 475 with the comeback of the Grizzlies at a plus 360. Point spread at a 10.5, and the total points at 239.5. Full game public bet percentage here, 94% of the bets, 89% of the money, all over OKC. No information as of right now on the point spread, but for the total points, 69% of the bets, 67% of the money towards the over 239.5. If we're looking at the injury report here for both of these teams, the Memphis Grizzlies are going to be without John Morant. Zion Pullen is out. Marvin Bagley's out. We have game time decisions on Lamar Stevens and Jaren Jackson Jr. All right. For the OKC Thunder, we have Alex Lucas. He's going to be out. Alex Dukas, he's going to be out. Jalen Williams, a game time decision. Dieng is out. Aaron Wiggins is out. And Kason Wallace is going to be a game time decision. So we're going to be waiting on some news for some key components there. The Thunder are currently on a 7-game winning streak, looking for an 8-game winning streak. And then the Grizzlies, they've been trying to bounce back. They had a little rough patch there going up against the Clippers, the Portland Trailblazers, and the Kings. They lost 3 games in a row, and they're looking to continue this hot streak. Well, continue a positive route here after they just blew out the Utah Jazz by 37 points. All right, so we get interesting matchup here because if you remember, this Grizzlies team still plays very tough and very hard here, even without John Morant. And then we have triple revenge narrative here. They lost to the OKC Thunder in 3 straight games. Okay, so looking at the total first here, they have not gone over this total at all in the last 6 games. 237, 223, 236. Yeah. No, they have not gone over the total in the last 6 games, and I think that continues. Give me the under on the total of 239.5. I think the key to Grizzlies is going to be defense here, and this is the third and final matchup. They're going to make sure after facing them 3 times. This fourth and final time, there's going to be grit and grimy here in OKC in this spot. Give me the under on the total. Love that spot there. And give me the Grizzlies to keep it close. Give me the plus 10.5 here. I don't think the Thunder cover this number because they covered the numbers 3 games in a row. This one, they will not. Grizzlies plus 10.5 and the under 239.5 will be the plays in this one. Last but not least here, we have the Sacramento Kings 35-37 going against the Portland Trailblazers 32-41. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here, we have the Kings as home favorites minus 220 with the comeback of the Trailblazers at a plus 180. Point spread at a 5.5 and total points at 225.5. For the public bet percentage, 86% of the bets, 79% of the money all over the Kings. No information as of right now on the point spread, but for the total, 68% of the bets, 75% of the money towards the over 225.5. If we're looking at the injury report here, Portland Trailblazers, Bryce McGowan is out for the year. Tomani Kamara has been a game time decision. Jeremy Grant is going to be a game time decision. Sissoko is going to be a game time decision, and DeAndre Ayton is out. For the Kings, Jake LaRavia is a game time decision. Malik Monk is a game time decision, and Devin Carter is going to be a game time decision as well. So far this season, in the season series, the Portland Trailblazers have been better than the Kings in this spot, winning 2 out of the last 3 games. And this Kings team has been very, very up and down. Talking about that, they are currently on a 4-game losing streak. Portland, back-to-back losses here, but that's because it's the cream of the crop in the East. They lost to Boston and Cleveland at home. All right, now they're going to be on the road. Kings, who they dominated then, and Kings have been more of a question mark to me this entire season. Portland has been strong ever since right before that All-Star break, and they put together a very nice stretch of games. And this young core here has been very, very impressive. They got a nice bench now as well, and I think the plus 5.5 is just way too many points here for me to trust the Sacramento Kings in this spot. Give me the Blazers plus 5.5, and for the total, I'm going to be leaning towards the over 225.5 in this matchup as well. That's going to be our breakdown for the Thursday slate. Let me know in that comment section down below if you agree or disagree. We can definitely debate about that down there. Also, if you want to sign up for the Patreon, get connected here for March Madness, for the beginning of baseball, basketball plays, and futures, click on that link provided down below. You're getting access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. This is your boy Chef D. I'll be back very soon, and peace out.